Yes, 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 yes. All right, everybody. It's time. It's time. We're ready. We're ready to have a good time. Summer's almost over, and I don't even want to think about that. Get it over with. Right now, I'm telling you it's almost over. Now we're going to get on to what we really want to do. Okay? We want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We have a special guest, great entertainer. You're going to be really enjoying this gentleman. And we also have a guest in the audience I want to mention. And also we got some people out there that have some special things going on in their lives. So we're going to bring attention to those things, and we'll try and do as much as we can. Let's get right into one of the things that I would like to do at this point. What we always do in the show is we generally ask people where they've been, the shows they've seen, what's coming up, and what they would like to go see, so that people know that there's activity out there still in our own genre. So please, everybody, we got anybody out in the audience that would like to say something, to where, what, or when? Okay, don't fight over it now. Just, you know, this.
How you doing, Vito?
Okay, Jimmy.
I just want to congratulate you on your show down the beach. Fantastic show. Everything was great. We enjoyed it. Thank you.
God was good to us that night. The rain stopped right at showtime, and it started to rain as soon as the fireworks started. So that was a good thing. Sorry that some of you had to sit out there and get a little wet before the show, but can't control that. Anybody else out there?
Good evening, Vito. Good evening, everybody. I'd just like to mention two shows. Saturday night, September 21st, John Scopoletti and the Reactions are going to be at the East Islip Chamber of Commerce lawn. There'll be a car show, free hot dogs, free drinks, starts at 4:30. I'll be there for the free food, of course. Anyway, also, Saturday night, November 16th, we have a great show at the State Theater, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Starting time, 7 o'clock. Opening act is Vinny Medugno, then Bob Miranda and the Happenings, the Doo-Wop Project, and then Herman's Hermits starring Peter Noon. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Right.
Hello. I just want to mention a couple of shows at the PNC Arts Center coming up. September 12th is a Mold Shop Live show. There's a whole bunch of groups on here. I'm gonna say them real quick. Bobby Wilson, the Drifters, the Tokens, Vinny Medugno, the Vogues, the Chantels, Frank Bizzarro, formerly singer of the Platters, the Chicklets, Soundless Season, and of course Vito Picone and the Elegance. All right? It's a free show. Free show. Get there early. There's gonna be a lot of people there. So then there's my show on the 17th. It's an afternoon show. That one's a night show, by the way, the one that Vito's on. The 17th is an afternoon show. I have the great Richie Santa is on the show, of course. The Flamingos and Russell Tompkins Stylistics is on that show. That's going to be a real good one as well. I just want to know one other thing. It's I know it's far away, but we're doing a show at the Vogel Theater in Jersey. It's right by the Count Basie Theater. It's I don't know if you ever seen Rainier Martin. She's the Donna Summer tribute artist. She's phenomenal, and we're doing that show on Friday, March 21st, 2025. I know it's far away, but we already sold 92 tickets, so it only holds 350 seats. So hopefully we sell that out. But that's a great show. If you like Donna Summer, that's the show to come to. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening, Vito. I just want to tell everybody about the Tunnel to Towers fundraiser that, Vito, I'm really honored that you're going to be part of this night. I really, truly am blown away and so grateful. And it's at Z2, and the New Expressions are going to be there. Just Friends is going to be performing. Robbie Shoemaker is going to be performing. Pat Machetto is going to be there. There's just...
Vinny.
Oh, yeah, right. Vinny Polamini is going to be there, and it's just going to be a great night, and I just want to raise awareness of Tunnel to Towers and what they do, and hopefully we'll raise some funds, and just thank you so much for being part of it.
The date.
Oh, it's September 20th, 7 o'clock at Z2, and for reservations, just call them, and also another thing, if you can't make it and you'd like to donate and, just to that night for me, just somehow on Facebook, private message me, and I'll give you the information to send a Tunnel to Towers check. And thank you so much again, Vito.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Vito, how are you? Thanks for having us.
You got
Great
a
Monday
laundry.
night.
You got a laundry list there, Joe.
I only got a couple. Well, I'm glad to say September 28th at Ort St. That show is sold out. Thanks for everybody that bought ticket and all my supporters that sponsor my show, support my shows. November 16th at Our Lady Great in Howard Beach. We have a great show. We got the Tassels, we got John Superletti, we got Dennis Dull, we got Soletto and the Sax Man. That show is doing really great. We got about 80, 90 tickets already sold. November 30th in American Legion at Carteret, New Jersey. We have Ed Guardio doing Johnny Maestro, John Superletti in The Reaction, and Richie Santa doing his Elvis show. And December 15th at Ort St., I have my Toys for Tots. We got Bob Coolett, we got the Fireflies, we got Tommy Lynn. That's it for this year. We got 4 shows already in the working for 2025. I will keep everybody posted on them. Thank you, Vito.
Thanks, Joey. We got everybody, Sal? Anybody else, Sal? Got the headphones on. There we go.
We forgot to mention Vito Picone is going to be at the Staten Island County Fair. I'm not sure of the date.
Oh, yeah. Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
So everybody, let's go see Vito.
Wow. Thanks. All right, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to be at Let East. Anybody familiar with Let East out there? Let East is one of the oldest car shows and concerts in existence as we know of, since the 50s, 60s, that revival. It's the largest on the eastern seaboard. They do it at the Hilton grounds, on the Hilton grounds in Parsippany. And we actually are going to be there on Saturday night. We'll be there with the Tokens. And then it's a weekend. So Sunday, we're supposed to be Barbara Harris, but Barbara Harris had to pull out. Her husband had a little situation, which he'll be fine, but he wasn't able to make it. He tried to ride a bicycle at his age, and it didn't work. The bicycle won. So they have someone else. I'm not sure who replaced her, but it's a great weekend. You've never seen that many, custom cars from the 50s and 60s. There's entertainment all night long, all day long, whole weekend. There's also some book signing from some artists. You've got a cappella groups all over the place, in the trees, underneath the trees. The a cappella groups they wind up everywhere. You go to a men's room, there's a group singing. You go to a diner, there's a group singing. So you can rest assured it's going to be a cappella all over the park out there. There will be plenty of those. There's 2 or 3 stages going on at once. It's an event. You get a chance. I mean, I know it's short notice, but Saturday night is when it's going to be, Saturday, Sunday. So that's one thing. We'll be at the county fair. We're going to be there on Monday, Labor Day. We're going to be closing the weekend. We'll be there at 5:30 at night. Then we're at the PNC Arts Center. And then we're going to be up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at the American Music Theater. That's one of the most beautiful theaters around. That's a gorgeous theater. So, we're doing quite a bit, but I love to see people from the neighborhood or people from the island or fans from wherever you're coming from. Just send a note backstage. I'd love to come out and say hello. I don't hide. So I will definitely come out and say hello if you're out there, okay? And that's pretty much it. I just want to, we have any dancers out there, Sal? Yeah. We do? Yeah. So then why don't we get some dancers out there? We got one dancer. What? She's not going to dance by herself unless anybody got a pole? Let's get a pole out here. We got a pole dancer.
You can dance, every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, let him hold you tight. You can smile, every smile for the man who held your hand neath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. I know. Laugh and sing. Yes, I know. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry you on dance. Till the night is gone dance. And it's time to go. You can dance. If he asks, you can dance. If you're all alone, can he take you home? Dance. You must tell him no. Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Save the last dance for me. Save the last dance for me.
The late Benny King, the late great Benny King. Benny King, another gentleman we lost early, good friend of mine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Why don't we settle down out there? We're going to introduce the act, and we'll have him come out now, and he's going to do a couple of numbers that you're going to really appreciate. You're going to recognize the songs, and you move along with them, clap your hands, sing along with them if you want. Make him feel at home. Make him feel like Staten Island is where he belongs, okay? How about, ladies and gentlemen, we got Anthony Duke Claus. Let's hear it for him.
Thank you, everyone. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? All right. So my name is Anthony Duke Claus, and I hope you like this nice little repertoire I put together for you all this evening. Going to start off with a song by Bobby Rydell, who's one of my favorites, and the song goes a little something like this. When calypso rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. Sway me as only you know how, hold me close, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, yeah, but my eyes would see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before they begin. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close and sway me more.
When calypso rhythms start to play,
Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. La, 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 la. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close and sway me more.
like a flower bending in the breeze.
Whoa,
Bend with me,
the dancers may be on the floor. Yeah, but my eyes would see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before they begin. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more. Sway me as only you know how. Come on and sway me now. All right, thank you. All right, this next song comes from the collection of Johnny Maestro and the Crests. This is a little song about angels, and it goes like this. The angels listened in when they heard me praying. The angels listened in when they heard me saying, please send me someone to love. Send the one I'm thinking of, my darling. When the angels send you, the angels listened in when they heard me crying. The angels listened in. There's no denying. They send one with lovely charms, one who really thrills my arms, my darling. When the angels send you, I searched everywhere just to find someone who cares. They came down to interrupt just as I had given up. The angels listened in and brought you near me. The angels listened in, and I love them dearly. They gave me the whole wide world, wrapped up in one little girl, my darling. When the angels send you, whoa, 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 all right. Johnny Maestro and the Crests, everyone, thank you. Now, this next song is one of my personal favorites. Comes from an entertainer named Mel Carter. This is called Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. It goes like this. Hold me, never let me go until you've told me what I want to know, and then just hold me, make me tell you I'm in love with you. So thrill me, walk me down the lane where shadows will be. Hiding lovers just the same as will be. When you make me tell you I love you. He told me be sensible with your new love. Don't be fooled thinking this is the last you'll find. But they never stood in the dark with you, love. You take me in your arms and drive me slowly out of my mind. Kiss me, when we do, I know that you will miss miss me, miss me. If we ever say adieu, so kiss me, and make me tell you I'm in love with you. Kiss me, when we do, I know that you will miss me, miss me. If we ever say adieu, so kiss me, and make me tell you I'm in love with you. Never, never, never let me go.
Thrill me.
Never, never, never let me go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, this last song really comes from my heart, and I'd like to dedicate this song to all of our veterans and loved ones who are not currently with us, but are with us every day in spirit. And the name of this song is called I Believe. And this was the first ever doo-wop song that I ever sang. And it is a huge honor to be here tonight to sing this for you all. From Larry Chance and the Earls, ladies and gentlemen, I Believe. Somewhere above, there is a heaven. Somewhere above, there is a star. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows.
A flower grows.
I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows.
A candle glows.
I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. And I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer can still be heard.
Can still be heard.
I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word.
Here's every word.
And every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or I see the sky, then I know I believe.
I believe forever.
You know that at one time or another, we've all lost someone near and dear to our hearts. But let me tell each and every one of you here tonight that there is no cause to fear, because there is someone up above watching over them and watching over each and every one of us. Oh, every time I hear a newborn baby or touch a leaf, or I see the sky, then I know I believe. Somewhere above, there is a heaven. Somewhere above, there is a star. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's it. Ah, boy, that's it. Beautiful.
How are you?
All
Thank
right,
you so
Anthony Duke,
much.
sit down, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, great job.
Thank
Great
you
job.
so much.
I hope you were comfortable. They make you feel comfortable?
Very.
There's a great
Absolutely.
audience.
Absolutely.
Great job. Did a great selection of tunes, too.
Thank you.
You know, to me, it was personal because each and every one of them were close friends of mine. Most of them are gone. And Mel Carter just got over COVID.
Oh, wow.
Just the other day, I just spoke to him. So
Really?
you touched every one of the songs.
Thank
And
you.
That particular one, I believe, by, again, a friend of mine, Larry, just passed not too long ago.
Right.
That's a perfect song for the segue. I would like to also mention the fact that today is the anniversary of the Afghanistan situation, and all of our servicemen and women, the 11 of them that died that day, today is the anniversary.
Wow.
So the song was very appropriate.
Thank
and
you.
Excellently done.
Thank you.
So, I understand that we have not only mutual friends, but a
Yes.
mutual friend-relative type of a thing.
Yes.
So, you know, Anthony Duke is, he's related to the Rascals. Well, it's actually Eddie Brigatti and David Brigatti, who was not a traveling Rascal, but he was on all of the records and as much of the Rascals as every one of them. So, you know, great family. I mean, David is nuts, first of all. I want to tell you that. I hate to ruin your, you know, your feelings about your own relatives, but the man is nuts, you know, and I love him for it. So, anyway, let's talk about you.
Yes.
You've been doing this how long now?
So I've been acting and singing since I was 3 years old. I am 28 right now. I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA. I've been for years doing commercials, theater, television, voiceovers, print and modeling jobs. But I got into this professionally at 3, and how I got into it was I remember it vividly. I was in preschool, and all the kids were singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider with the teacher, and I literally got up on one of the tables and started singing Sinatra to the kids.
Wow.
And my teacher said to my mother, you know, your son Anthony has a lot of talent. There's a talent show coming up locally that you should enter him into. So I went, and not knowing what was to be expected, I went in, and there happened to be 3 acting managers there, Shirley Grant Management. I've been with them since I was 3. And they asked if I'd be interested in acting, and my mom was a little hesitant at first because that meant, you know, coming out of school into the city and all that. But they sent me on my first commercial for Connecticut Power and Light and Horizon Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and I booked them instantly. And then ever since then, I've been acting.
Wow. I love those kind of stories. You know, when I've been doing the show 30-some-odd years, so everybody's heard all my stories this way, that way. I try to change them a little bit, you know, at least the presentation of it. But it is that you remind me so much of 2 young gentlemen who were fortunate. We were fortunate enough to have come to us when we were first recording. One of the fellows was named Ron Dante, whose real name is Carmine Granito from Staten Island.
Okay.
And he produced all Barry Manilow's hits. He recorded Sugar Sugar, did all the voices. He put Ain't Misbehavin' on Broadway.
Wow.
And the guy's a superstar. He's traveling now with the Happy Together tour.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And
Very
he's
nice.
actually jumped in. He's now one of the Turtles, you know, but he's doing that. But when he first was 12 years old, took him to one of our rehearsals, loved what he heard. He wanted to be in the music business from that day on.
Wow.
And he's just exploded into this tremendous talent that he is. The other fellow's a young boy, well, a young boy, now he's a man, by the name of Glenn Scarpelli.
Sure.
You know Glenn?
He's actually a friend of mine as well.
Is he really?
Yes.
Well, I took Glenn. His mother and I knew each other from the neighborhood. Took him to Radio City when we did the show there when he was 12 years old.
Wow.
And he wound up becoming one of the stars of One Day at a Time,
Yeah.
the TV series. And he owns a television station in Arizona now, in Sonoma, I think.
Right, yeah.
So, matter of fact, I'll talk to him tomorrow. I'll tell him that we had
Excellent.
you
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
And make him look at it because we're all over the place. We stream now. We're on YouTube now, and so instead of the 80,000 here, millions of people are looking at it. So
Perfect.
So and now they're going to be totally entertained because probably one of the best we've ever had here. I'm going to tell you
Really?
this up
Thank
absolutely.
you.
And we've had everybody.
Thank you.
I'm not putting you up against Tiny Tim because we had him on here. But we had Johnny Maestro here
Oh, wow.
number of times. And we had everybody that ever made a record in that era has been on this show one way or another.
Wow,
So,
beautiful.
you're in good company and you held your own.
Thank you.
Very proud that we were able to have you come on
It
board
was
with
an honor
us.
to be here, so
Oh,
thank you,
God,
really.
God. How does anybody reach Anthony Duke?
So what I tell everyone to do, because my schedule's always changing, but if I were you, the best thing to do is to go on my Facebook page, Anthony Duke Claus, send me a friend request, I'll accept you back, and you will see literally my monthly itinerary of everywhere that I'm going to be performing.
Beautiful.
And it's always updated. I update it weekly if things change. It's updated weekly if there is a change in the schedule. But you could always private message me to get my contact number and email, and I could always just tell you myself as well.
Beautiful. We have three promoters out here who are doing quite a bit of the entertainment in the tri-state area. So, make sure that you touch base with, or you guys, make sure you touch base with him because no matter what you're doing with your shows, this has got to be a plus. Okay, so make sure that you say hello on the way out. And the other thing that I wanted to ask you too is that I know that we touched on your cousin and we touched on your career, et cetera. But what was your influence? Who was the act that I know you said Bobby Rydell? That's one of the instances, I'm sure.
So for me, it's interesting because I grew up with a Broadway type background.
Right.
So there were a lot of Broadway entertainers who had played the Phantom of the Opera. That was always my dream role, was to be the Phantom on Broadway. So obviously Michael Crawford was a huge inspiration for me in that way. But as far as oldies music goes, what got me into it, I remember being about 5 years old in front of the television and the Ed Sullivan Show came on. Right. And my grandmother would introduce me to all these shows. Right. And I'll never forget seeing Tom Jones singing It's Not Unusual, and he, from that moment forward, was my biggest inspiration.
Great. Well, you couldn't have picked better than that. And you don't want to be running around like that. The man was. I tell you the other thing too. I want to touch on. Your grandfather's name was Duke. That was his nickname.
Correct.
Which is why that's your middle name, Anthony Duke Claus.
Exactly.
That's I'm telling his story. Would you believe this? The only thing I was wondering when you said your grandfather was Duke and that's why you got the name.
Right.
I was hoping that Claus didn't have anything to do with, you'd be Santa Claus with your grandfather or something.
Right, yeah.
And that's why you have the last name Claus, But, that's a great thing. And I love the inspiration. When you can carry your family or your grandfather, the love that he had for you and you had for him,
Thank
you can bring that to the next level. That's a great thing.
Thank you.
If I took my grandfather into my lifestyle now, I'd be planting tomatoes. That's what my grandfather did. He planted tomatoes and had a garden bigger than our property.
Wow.
But that was his. That was my inspiration. So
sure.
I love to eat tomatoes, and I'm too lazy to plant them. So anyway, where are you going to be in the near future?
So as I said, I have tons of shows coming up, but you could see everything on my Facebook page to make it as simple and brief as possible. But in addition to my regular shows, I've been doing this Barry Manilow tribute show that I've been traveling around to a lot of the resorts with. He's another inspiration of mine, but in a different way for a composer and songwriter. But I've been doing a Barry Manilow tribute show for the last few years, and it's been extremely successful for me. It's about a 2-hour show of just all of Manilow's hits, even the jingles, everything. But it's a lot of fun, and I have a show coming up next month with that as well. And like I said, the best thing to do would to be going on my social media to get updated.
So I mean, this is an oldies audience.
Yes.
Some of them don't even have computers. So we have to find another way to get them there. But the thing is that you do a lot of things locally, so they can go. So Staten Island it's the center hub. You're 2 minutes from New Jersey. You're 3 minutes from Brooklyn. You're 20 minutes from Manhattan. So there's an hour from Philadelphia. So really, if they really see you someplace they want to go, it's not that it's out of the question that they could get there.
Right.
So we'll make that a point that that we'll definitely get some of those people out there.
Beautiful.
Have you been up at the Villa Roma?
Many times.
Yeah, because I thought I saw the name up there. We just did it twice in the last 3 months.
Beautiful. It's a great place.
Oh, God. I've been doing it for 40 years.
Wow.
We did all the Catskills, every one of the hotels. And I hate to say that they're all gone. We close everything. We go in and we shut them down.
Oh, man, no.
But we did Gross Singers, we did the Concord, we did the Neverly, we did them all. And we did them for years.
Beautiful.
And the first one I did, when you first started, when I first did my first one there, I was 17 years old.
Wow.
So it's been a while. It's been a while. And you have the blessings of your mother now. She's happy she made the right decision.
Absolutely.
You sure you didn't try to dissuade him? Look what you would have lost. We would have lost. No.
Now, she's my entire family. It's one thing I have to say. My mother and father have been extremely supportive throughout my entire musical career, and my grandmother, who unfortunately passed away in 2012, her name was Rose Andriano. She was my biggest fan, biggest supporter. She would encourage me to sing all the time.
Wow.
And I remember doing these little one-act plays for her in the house when I was younger. And poor thing had to sit through all these performances. But
I don't know about poor thing. She probably loved every minute of it.
No, she did. Yeah, thank you. And it meant a lot to me, having my family's support and love, because I think that's what got me here. Was the support and love from my family.
Absolutely. You need that. You need that. Not only that shove, but you need the support to give you the confidence to do this.
Yes.
And obviously you have more confidence than most people, because when you're up there, your emotions, the heart and soul that you're putting into the song, it's more evident, that people can actually enjoy the music because they're watching you enjoy the music.
Thank you.
But if you get up there and you just, blah blah blah, now. Say, can you see? You're not going to catch them. You had some nice moves too, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very fluid. I like that. I like that. Something that I haven't been able to do in years. I haven't been fluid in quite a long time. But anyway, the other thing too that we can talk about is: are you self-contained, or do you just work with charts with bands that are there, or how's that work for you?
So I could adapt to anything. I mean, right now I sing with tracks because it's simple for me to pick up and do gigs.
Sure.
But I could certainly get tracks made. I would love to have a live band behind me again. I used to years ago have a band, and we did all the Rascals music.
Right.
But then I started going solo, and I started doing these songs with tracks simply because I could perform quicker.
Right.
But I'm totally for having charts made and performing with a band. Yes.
Budget dictates a lot of things today too.
Right.
People are they're accepting tracks. There was a while where we don't want tracks, it's just Milli Vanilli type stuff,
Right.
But the thing is now is that the tribute acts are coming up left and right and right and left, and they're coming with tracks.
Right.
So it's making it more adaptable to people who really can do the type of jobs that they fill in. You're never going to have not going to have a Villa Roma every week.
Right.
You're going to have a nursing home in between there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you do whatever it takes, and you if you're prepared for all that stuff, you'll work 365 days a year.
Right.
And you've obviously got the talent. you know, and you're young enough to do it. So, you know, God bless you. Good for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
really happy for you, and I'm definitely glad that you came here. I do want to, now that we were talking about oldies a few minutes ago, and,
Yes.
and the songs that you were doing, I want to make mention that we have somebody in the audience right now who has been around for a while. I don't want to mention years or anything like that, but this young lady she's had 2 hit records during her span of her career, and she's still working. We're going to talk about possibly bringing her on to do our show in November, which is the next, I think we have an opening in November. But let me see, where is she out there? There we go. Where is it? Lillian, stand up 1 second. Lillian, hurry. There we go. We get a camera on Lillian 1 second. There she is. That's it. Lillian had 2 records. She had one group in the 50s with the Hearts, had a hit record. And then she had another big record in the 70s or 60s? 60s? Sally Go Round the Roses by the Janettes.
Yeah.
Sally Go Round the Roses. You know? But there she is. Lily, thanks so much, honey. I'm going to talk to you about it. If you're available for November, we're going to do it. Very, very, very dear friend. Very talented lady, too. You know, we're reaching the you know, the end of what used to be, what we say, the 50s and the pioneers and the beginnings. So there are very, very few. Freddie Cannon is no longer singing, and we were extremely close. He lives out in California, but not because of him. His wife has is very sick, and he does not want to travel as long as his wife needs his attention. So Freddie's around, but. You did Benny King with the Drifters. I did Benny King's eulogy when he passed away. They asked me to do the eulogy for him. So, you know, I'm older than a caveman. So I can give you stories on everybody. You throw the name at me, and I'll give you a story with him and I. But we got quite a few things in common. I started at a very young age. We had the #1 record in the country when I was only 17 years old.
Wow.
And I got to meet a lot of the people of the early 50s, the real pioneers. So that's a great experience. The movies, we're SAG brothers together because, we've done a couple of things with SAG and, had a couple of movies. I'm working on a movie right now. It's an independent film called Edge of the City. And,
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we're still trying to keep ourselves active. You did commercials. You said you did commercials. Little Star was in quite a few commercials, and thank God for that because I love to see those
great song.
men,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So and that's 66 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So let's hope that 66 years from now, you could be sitting down saying, you know what? Let me check. Let me take a look at this check. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
We're having a good time. Anybody have any questions for Anthony Duke? See, this is a very lively audience. They're excellent back there as long as they could clap.
Right.
The minute you point them out and you look and you say, then you get the Jackie Gleason thing.
Yeah.
Humana. No questions? Anybody? Oh man. All right, well, don't feel uncomfortable. This is the audience. They do this all the time. They put me on a spot, but look, anyway, I might have some more questions.
Sure.
Let's see what we didn't touch on.
Yes.
Where do you come from? Where were you born?
So I'm born in a town called Montville.
Montville?
Montville, New Jersey. It's a section of Morris County.
Oh, okay.
New Jersey. It's very close to Morristown.
Okay.
But I was born and raised in Montville. Beautiful town to grow up in. Very family friendly. The schools were fantastic. Had a lot of great friends there and family even in town as well.
Montville?
Montville.
Montville. Montville. There's an S there?
Right. There's a Montvale, but that's different. This is Montville.
Okay. So this is where Monts was born.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
And they named a ville after him.
Right.
This is where Monts was born. That's great. And you went to school there, you said?
Correct.
Did you go to college?
Yes, I went to William Patterson University.
Oh, nice. Good. And still found the time to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you're prepared for the time when this is over.
Of course.
You're going to then be, of course, you have to do that. We never did that. I got thrown out of school in my senior year, and I didn't get thrown out, but the record was out, and when I was just ready to graduate, record shot into #1. We were asked to go to Hawaii on tour with Buddy Holly and so on and so
Wow.
forth, and Dion. And
That's
I
amazing.
said, well, we could do without school. I said, threw the books away, and but later on, I was sorry that I didn't go back and do it. Just for my own purposes. Not that I really needed algebra to sing the songs I was doing. That's another story. And my algebra teacher is on my Facebook. She's a Facebook friend, so she can actually verify a lot of the nonsense. And I don't want to put her on the spot. So what else? Let's say you're from Jersey. You went to school in Jersey. You went to college in Jersey.
Right.
You never lived in New York or Brooklyn. Never come from that area.
No, but you know what it is? I felt like I grew up in the city a lot because I was
spent a
there
lot of
as a
time.
child all the
Right,
time,
right.
going on auditions back and forth. So I spent more time in Manhattan than I even did in Jersey.
Are you doing any acting now, Broadway or anything?
Currently, right now, the last show that I was in, but it was literally right before COVID, was Jekyll and Hyde. I had the lead in that. It was an off-Broadway production, very intimate. But that was the last show. And then just recently, I had an audition and a callback for the Broadway show Wicked.
Oh, nice.
So that's like right now going on.
And that puts your other career on hold, right?
So if I get it, it could. But that's the exciting news right now. So.
It's great to be asked. That's a plus to begin with. I just had to turn down a part in Sylvester Stallone's new series, The Tulsa King.
Oh wow.
And I was told it's your part. We're not even auditioning anybody. It's yours. If you want it. I said, well, definitely, I'll take it. And
Right.
the wind-up was I was having some problems with my heart. I had surgery, heart surgery, and I had to go for these tests. And if the test came back negative, I was going to have to go for surgery again. So I didn't want to put them on a spot. I had to pass on it. And as I did, I was almost glad because the part I played was the godfather, the head of this one family that the son wants to wants to take over the family.
Wow.
And his father, he's washing his father's hair in a tub, and he drowns him. He kills his father. So I would have had like 2 seconds in the movie, and I would have been drowning. So they told me it was a recurring role. So I guess maybe I came up for air a couple of times. I said, you could come up 3 times and okay, recurring. But like I said, when you have the opportunity and you can't take it, you're
Right.
always sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
So jump on it. You get the opportunity, take advantage of anything that comes your way, and I'm positive that you're going to be capable enough to handle it. And then
Thank you.
you'll deal with it. You'll deal. We have 5 more minutes, and I'm sorry that they don't have some questions, but this is like not even sign language. How about one of these? I mean, I say what? What's your favorite song?
Mine. So my absolute favorite song to
Phantom of the
sing
Opera?
is "Music of the Night"
Yeah.
from Phantom of the Opera. That's my signature song, as a matter of fact.
Well, that's another thing too. I did find out that the things that you do, 99% of them are not in the oldies genre. You do a lot of Sinatra and a lot of stuff
Right.
From that era. So that's even
As well.
Yeah. So that's even another plus. 28 years old to find somebody that wants to do Sinatra and Tony Bennett and
All of
people like
that
that
as
Yeah,
well, yep.
That's great. That's unbelievable. Have you ever worked with a big orchestra? I mean, a 17-piece?
I would love to. Not yet, no.
How about Montsville? You think they would be interested? No, really?
Yeah.
You go back to where your roots are. Go back to they're proud of you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe they got the symphony orchestra they have or something like that maybe want to do it. And, you go out there and just do it yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
an opening act, get a one-arm juggler or something.
Right.
You don't have to pay them too much. You give them half price, So, but
No,
but
absolutely.
you know what? I had an agency on Broadway for 30 years. I had a booking agency and a lot of my contacts are pretty much gone. But I do have certain people that are still out there promoting, and people that love ideas. I used to do a lot of things with Steve Lawrence's brother. I used to do some bounce ideas off each other. His office was next door to mine, so he would come in and have coffee with me every morning. He'd tell me a joke, I'd tell him a joke, and then he'd go to work, and we'd go to work for the rest of the day. But he was Nureev's Rudolph. Am I saying the right name? The ballet dancer Rudolph Nureev. Yeah, is that it? What was the name? The Russian ballet dancer. Not even
But
this thing,
I
though.
think that is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even get somebody to agree with me. Never mind new questions.
No, that's it.
Yeah, but he was managing them, and he had a couple of acts like that. He would promote certain things. He did Bob Hope's birthday, his 90th birthday or 80th birthday at Westbury. So he would find those kind of ideas and he would run with it. He was
Wow.
excellent with that. So we used to talk about a lot of that stuff. So I put together some of those things in the past too. So it's not far-fetched that I might be able to contact somebody who would be interested in doing something like that.
Yeah.
I think it would be a great idea.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put my thinking cap on and see if I can come up with something for you.
Thank you.
know? But
Absolutely.
we'll find some things. I'll put you in touch with some other people that may be able to help you with some of that other stuff too.
Thank you.
That American Music Theater is a beautiful theater. We'll be doing that. They always have some type of entertainment going on there, and they're always looking sometimes for an opening act.
Yeah.
So it might not be a bad
That's
idea.
great too. Absolutely.
We'll find actually. We don't want to hook you up with another male singer, but if we find a girl singer that's very popular, that you would be a perfect opening act for. Unfortunately, like if Edie Gourmet was still alive, anything like that.
Right.
Those things would be such a perfect, perfect match. I'm gonna look into it. I'll keep in touch with you. Okay?
Absolutely.
We have about a minute and 30 seconds. I'm looking at the old. They tell you the old clock on the wall, which we don't have a clock on the wall. We have a digital clock, which it reminds me of when I first had one of my the alarm clocks in the VCRs, and then there would be a power failure, and then I would have to sit there and watch 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 until my kids come over to visit me, and then they would change everything for me. So I'm looking at now 103, 102, 103. So, and you know what's going to happen? I'm doing the show a long time. I'm going to tell you my staff, crack staff. I think they're all on crack. That's a problem. The thing is going to be now, it's going to show that there's no more time, and they're going to go like this. Stretch it, stretch it. Anyway, we want to thank Country Donuts on Art to Kill. We want to thank the pizza, your pizza, what? Ciro's Pizza, I was going to say that. Yeah, now they talk. Ciro's Pizza for the pizza. Want to thank you guys for being here, the audience here, and Anthony Duke Claus, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
What a great entertainer.
Thank you so much.
That's all right. Keep clapping. Keep clapping for 8 more seconds. Don't forget to listen to where they said there are shows. Go to the shows. Support your shows. Thank you. This was.